welcome to the first Conversations with Micah on an e-bike. So, some of you know that I live in China. And since I live in China, there's actually a lot of fun things that you wouldn't expect to see, ever. A lot of things that are very unusual, in which you just kind of go like, that's kind of strange. And some of the things other people do as well. I'm here in China, and there's some stuff that are natural for me to do, natural for me as an American to do, that people go, that is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. And there's some things that is just normal for me that I have to convince people that I'm not a magician. It's pretty fun. Okay, the first thing that I've done in which I had to convince people that I'm not a magician was make guacamole. I made guacamole for a group of people. They traveled to Myanmar for a week, and they came back with a whole bunch of avocados that they didn't know what to do with. And I was like, okay, let me help you out with this. I can show you how to make something really cool. Because they had no idea what to do with avocados. They just knew that they liked them and they were cheap in Myanmar. So I made them guacamole. I went out to the fruit stand, got some limes, got some cilantro, and put a little salt, a little pepper, a few onions, and I prepared guacamole for them. And literally, I had to convince them that I wasn't a magician. It was literally the first time they've ever seen anything like guacamole. Another thing is, I'm from San Diego, so I'm pretty used to Mexican food. And one day, they had a whole bunch of meat, and I was able to find tortillas. It's at a special international store that they have here in China. And I found tortillas. I was like, I'm gonna make this for some Chinese people. I'm gonna get some tortillas. They have the meat. I'll get some cilantro, get some limes, and I made for them Mexican street tacos. They weren't the greatest. Like I would say that they're like a 5 out of 10. But literally, it was the first time that they've ever had a taco, and people were going like, "Whoa, this is wild. This is a bit." People had no idea what to do with when they had tacos. I didn't make enough because people liked them so much. Who knew that Chinese people would love Mexican food so much? Yeah, so much fun here. Teaching them things. Probably one of the funniest things in which I had to convince people that I wasn't a magician was, have you ever seen people where they take like an orange or a lemon and they kind of throw it and they bounce it off the inside of their elbow and catch it? And it's kind of like from their hand to the inside of their elbow to their hand again. I did that for a group of young Chinese boys, probably about 10, 9, maybe some are 11. And they were so enthralled, going, "Whoa, that was so cool that you bounced the lime off of the inside of your elbow and caught it." And I didn't even think anything of it. I was just like, that was, cool, yeah. I had to convince them that I wasn't a magician right there, because that was a first for them to see a lime being bounced off of the inside of an elbow.